right? So should your child DSA? So I hope that our sharing, I think first is you must really understand and know your child's strengths and interests. Do you really know what your child is good at? And sometimes you may not know. Do you know how you know? You talk to your child's form teacher, you talk to your child's tuition teacher, you talk to different people that has come into contact with your child. You'll be surprised, you know, what I have actually had conversation with parents, and I told the parents, hey, do you know your child's actually very good in science? Maybe can consider DSA science. And they were like, huh, really? Yeah, because you're not teaching your child, you see. Yeah, so if the parents, you can have conversation with the teachers as well to find out, right? And you can take, especially if you're a P4 child, you got a longer runway, you can prepare the portfolio, all right? Usually it's about 2 years of preparation. So do consider that. And sometimes your child may be very good in leadership, but you don't know. Okay, so you really need to know, okay? You really need to know your child's strength and interest. Do you know your child's learning pace and style? Okay, IP stream goes to A levels straight, all right? Then that means that your child will never have a chance to go poly. So are you very sure that your child is likes this kind of structured program? Okay, do you know? All right, or your child prefers to have a more hands-on way of learning? Okay, you also need to know if it's O-level, all right, that is again structured, but you get another chance of choice after the O-levels, okay, poly or specialized school or A-levels or even overseas, all right? So you have to understand, see your child, okay? Yeah, so there's a parents here to ask, is it around 80 marks for the IP schools? I think generally, yes, about AL3, you can try, about AL3, okay? I personally observed that children with AL3, even sometimes AL4, they are likely to be given a chance at the DSA. Yeah, okay, and you have to be strong in both English and English and math especially, I feel. Yeah, English and math is very important. Okay, right? Okay, then the other thing is, yeah, DSA, like we both already mentioned, requires a lot of commitment and passion. So you have to reflect on your child's commitment. All right, because some children, right, they like to learn a lot of new stuff, but they are not committed to learn it. You know, they like to experiment, right? But you see that they will not commit to learn it for years, right? I was a child like that. I was that kind of child. Thinker and yeah, just try first. Yeah, but later on when I was in secondary school, then I found that, oh, I love to run. So I became very committed to running. But some children at that 12-year-old, they really don't know what they want. So it's perfectly fine not to DSA. Just use the PSLE score and then just enter a secondary school based on AL score is fine. All right, it's okay. Yeah, and some children feel miserable when you tell them that you need to be committed to the same CCA for 4 years. They feel very sad knowing that. Yeah, and that will be, yeah, emotionally not very healthy. Okay, so some ask, what kind of track record is required for DSA Science? As the DSA Science, usually they look at maybe the Science OLYMPIAD, E2K, as a CCA is a very strong accolade, I think. E2K, the results, all right? Okay, and some schools have, some schools like Raffles, NUS High, they have the dedicated science competition for it. Yes. Okay, at P5 I must participate. I cannot wait until P6. The P6 result is after the DSA application. So at primary 5 need to participate already. Okay, would they struggle subsequently? Okay, honestly, if your child enters the school through DSA, right, you have to know that your child is supposed to be good at the sports. Okay, intense training is needed. Plus, the secondary school curriculum is real. All right, and for IP schools, right, it is very fast. It is a very fast-paced environment. We have secondary school children. We have seen the syllabus. We know. All right. If your child is keen on the IP curriculum, okay, you have to let your child understand. Really, truly, it is much fast-paced. okay? Right, so like for me, I tell my child many times. I tell him many times because my child is also very sociable. He likes to go out with his friends, you know, he likes to game, okay? He's like a typical boy. He likes to relax, okay? He can be a couch potato for 12 hours. So I told him that if you go to that school, right, you won't be able to do that. You sure? You know, I keep having the conversations many times, okay? So you must know your child's style really well, okay? All right, your parents, you must really know. Remember, the school your child wants to go, not you.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not only the next 4 years to come, it's the next 6 years to come.
Yes, okay, it's the next 6 years to come, correct. Of course, some people, my husband, I will always say, I think too much, okay? But I really think very far, okay? I feel that it can even impact his tertiary choices for my boy. Yeah, because I teach, I see a lot of students. Blooming, growing, excelling, but I also see a lot of students failing and giving up and in a very bad place. All right, and I know that it's all due to choice. Secondary school choice is very important. The environment is very important. So you have to really know your child, okay? Please don't expect your child to be able to, like, you know, like, wow, my child, why academically cannot achieve 80? Why no matter what I do cannot? Just cannot. Your child is not an academic person. Some children are like this. Some children are late bloomer, you know. Some children bloom later. It's fine. What's important is let them grow in their, you know, on their own terms and their own pace. You'll be surprised one fine day, suddenly, whoo, I see many children like this. You'll be surprised. And it doesn't mean that when you go to poly, right, you can't go you know. It's not true. You can. I have seen children who went poly and then later on they turn out to be in very good fields. I have. So some parents will tell me, is it true that after my child goes poly, my child will have no chance at medicine? No, it's not true, parents. Not true. I have a child who went poly and then now she's a pediatrician. All right, so I have. Okay, so don't listen to these assumptions. It's no longer the same as our times. It's not the same. Their pathway now is so varied. Okay, they can achieve anything they want really if they put their mind to it. Okay.